Welcome to the world's fastest growing podcast that interviews random Todds and asks them unpredictable questions in a series of wacky segments.
Here at the Toddcast, we believe every Todd has a story, and we want to hear it. Oh, welcome in, Todd Squad. You know what it is. It's another spectacular episode of the Toddcast. Today, we are joined by golf course pro and picture-taking guy, Todd Laxson. Find him on Instagram at the Sports Dork.
Ooh.
Golf course pro, picture-taking. Is that kind of accurate, or do you have any more? Do you have anything else you would like to go by?
No, okay. That's pretty accurate. Sports Dork started as my Twitter handle, and it was really because I am a huge fan of all sports. So it was kind of just I'm a dork for sports, and I'm a golf pro. So I complain about sports. I tried to blog about them and never did a very good job about it. So here we are. I just complain out loud instead.
Oh, very nice.
So you're actually qualified to be the Sports Dork. It's not
Correct.
Just you don't take the moniker. You've earned it.
I've earned it. I have earned it for sure.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I scrolled back and kind of looked at the Instagram. I saw you do a lot with golf, so that's pretty nice. I guess since you play golf actively, is that the sport that you kind of focus on the most to, I guess, dork about? Or
no, I guess you would say that I probably have the most expertise in the dorkness of golf for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a head golf professional by trade. That's what I do. I'm a PGA member. But as my assistant said, those of us in this part of the industry, we are golf pros, not professional golfers. There is a big difference, right? So,
right.
So we play at it. We are the experts in the game of golf and the teaching and the business of golf. I certainly opine a little bit about golf, but I also yell about the Broncos. I yell about my Colorado Buffaloes, the Nuggets, you name it. I'll have an opinion except for baseball because it's played at the same time golf is. So I don't really pay attention to baseball. That's good.
Can't keep baseball's
up that. Baseball's all right.
With that A on your hat, I'm sure you just think it's a little bit okay.
This year has kind of been it was a little rough for me. So
yes. I know a Braves fan that had some problems at the end of the year as well.
Yeah. Braves fans aren't doing too well this time right now. Yeah. So I mean, you definitely live up to the Sports Dork so far. So I guess we'll learn a little bit more about what you're passionate about in our next segment.
Once upon a Todd.
All right, once upon a Todd. So this is where we're going to learn a little bit more about you. So the question I have here is, what are some things you're passionate about? Obviously, sports.
Sure.
Anything else
sports.
Tickle your fancy?
My family tickle my fancy. Yes. My family is probably my top passion. We have a 4-year-old that'll be 5 at the end of this week, and we have a 9-year-old that'll be 10 in December. Awesome. So we've managed to have some fun during this time where we can't have any fun anywhere. We can't travel. We can't do anything. So certainly the 4 Fam Bam is alive and well, and we've had a lot of fun just being the 4 Fam Bam for sure.
Awesome. Do the kids play any sports?
So my 9-year-old is a tennis player.
Wow.
And
nice.
we're close to a little tennis club. We joined because there's a swimming pool for the summer. So we spend, we call it our 2-hour vacations. We spend time up there because as a golf pro, summer is one of my busiest parts of my year. So we don't get away at that point. So it's easy to kind of get away and go hang out at the pool and be there for a couple hours at a time. So that's where we do our thing. But then tennis, my wife actually played tennis as a junior tennis player at the club that we belong to. So funny enough, like the rule signs at the pool haven't changed since like 1986. It's the same sign. So she's completely nostalgic when we go in there. But he really took a liking to tennis. and his dad isn't his
Wow.
teacher because his dad's his teacher when he's playing golf. So that's not as much fun, right? So
Yeah.
he's pretty good at it. He's pretty good at it. He's having fun with that. My 4-year-old is a professional annoyer of his brother. I mean, he is so good at that. Yeah, that is his sport for sure.
Oh yeah.
I feel like most 4-year-olds have that's their prime sporting event right there.
Today the fun is that our 4-year-old scratched his cornea with an Oreo cookie.
Ooh, with a cookie?
With a cookie. We're not sure how it happened, not sure when it happened, but at some point last night, either in a fit of rage about the Oreo cookie that was on the table or the Oreo cookies on his hands, they ended up in his eyeball and he scratched his cornea. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Ooh, goodness.
Awesome.
That's a doctor visit, right?
Yeah, doctor visit. They had to dye his eye and then put I don't know what color light was in it just so they could see the scratch. And now he's got a little pirate patch on, which is fantastic for the next couple of days. Yeah.
I had to do my son was about like two or three whenever he had to get the dye in his eye and everything. We were out playing and a branch hit him in the eye and it was the worst part was like getting him still for them to put the dye in his eye. He was not having it. Yeah. He like punched me in the face. He was very upset. I had to put him in like a headlock. So.
Undoubtedly. Oh wow.
Yeah, but he didn't like that. But he did the eye patch thing for a little bit. But it's
we might be good.
That's the best part, right? Nothing permanent is damaged.
Yeah, but it's nerve wracking. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I grew up with almost every injury in the book. So whenever I see him get injured, I'm kind of like, okay, I've been there. But then I'm like, as a parent, I'm like, okay, don't get hurt, man. Don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, you look at that and you'd much rather assume that injury on your own because you probably already had it, right? And you're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
remember. I remember like riding bikes whenever I was like 9 or 10. I came home with like my wrist just completely limp because I had broken it. And I was just like, "Hey, Mama, my wrist is not doing the right thing. I can't move it." She's like, "Oh, it doesn't look good." But like, I just remember being crazy, and I'm like, "Oh God!" Like, I feel like that's gonna be my future.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep. I was gonna say in 7th grade, I think the nurses at the local emergency department knew me by name. They're like, Todd's coming back. Let's we got a room for him back there already. Yeah.
We got the Todd room.
Yep, exactly.
Todd rooms.
Yep.
It's got like beads and lava lamps in there for some reason. Beanbag chair. It's a pretty chill. It's a cool place. It's pretty hip.
Exactly. Great place to put stitches.
So is there
That's
any?
all I care about.
Oh yeah, it's chill. So are there any sort of activities that you have not done before that y'all are doing as a family now? I guess with like being inside a lot more and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. The family has bikes, so we got the 4-year-old a bike, and he is now off the balance bike. He's on a full pedal bike, so we are all pedaling around. And we have a park that's close by, so we play a lot of catch. We blow off a lot of energy out there on the weekends for sure, and we go up and try to play tennis a little bit as a family, but it's like squirrel ball. I don't call it tennis. It's the 4-year-old gets the ball and there's no telling where it's going to go. So the other 3 of us can kind of pass it back and forth. But yeah, he just wants to hit it as far and as hard as he can, wherever he can. So
that's the way I play tennis. So I mean, I don't blame him.
I'm Ken Griffey.
Yeah, we are.
Ken Griffey Jr. out there on the tennis court, just hitting dingers.
Swinging for the fences, baby. I love it.
Bam!
I love it. So yeah, we've done a lot of that. We've done a lot of like, just kind of. I've created a lot more of a regular chore work. Like the kids are excited about working in the yard, which I hope I don't stop.
Nice.
We have a ton of big trees, so they like to chase sticks and get leaves and do all that stuff and put all that stuff and make our yard nice so they can play in it. So they're taking some good pride in kind of the ownership, which is fun, and it's nice slave labor for me. Let's be honest. So,
yeah. I was doing yard work this weekend, and I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I can't wait for that one day.
Mm-hmm. That's the reason people have kids. I've heard is just
I think
you have tiny people to do some work around the house,
and they're closer to the ground. They're closer to the leaves. They're closer to all the stuff. Right?
They're not going to hurt their back bending over and getting it.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They have tiny hands. They can. Yeah. They can reach stuff that like falls behind the refrigerator in between. Yeah, they're so useful.
And I can hold them like over the refrigerator, like go get that, right? Yeah.
Instead of stepping on the step ladder, you just pick up the child.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Same
Spin
height
around to turn the
extension.
lights.
Wow. It sounds like you've got a lot of good advice, and I think we should hear a little bit more about it in this next segment.
What if Todd was one of us?
All right, Todd. This is where you give the listeners they have questions and issues and just situations that they've encountered, and this is where they reach out to you via us.
It's like Dear Abby, but it's Todd. Got it.
Yeah. It's based. Yes. Yeah. So, have you used a Facebook Marketplace before, or things of that nature? Offer up Craigslist.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I guess this is kind of related to that. So the listener, I was selling a few things while moving. I was selling them on Facebook Marketplace. My wife and I were both responding to messages about the items. We promised the items to separate people. They both arrived at the house within 30 seconds of each other to claim the items. Ooh. Who should get the item, and what should we do?
Yeah.
Let the bidding begin now.
Just have a live auction right there.
Live auction. Let's go.
I was more on I was gonna have them fight for the items. Can you make people fight in the yard for items?
You just have a permanent
I think cash talks.
Okay.
I'm in the golf business. Cash talks. If somebody came in with cash, don't Venmo me. Don't. No. I don't want to find it in my bank. I want to find it in the palm of my hand.
Right.
Benji's. Yes. Give me some cash, and then we'll talk.
It's like an old highlighter you have, and you're getting $100 for it. Just
right.
Benji's.
Right, exactly. Yep.
That's all you accept is Benjamins.
Nobody's giving any change right now. Nobody's giving any change.
Right.
Like, sorry, I can't. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we can't do that. So you. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think the fighting would probably not go well. Then the cops would show up, and then it would.
Well, and I don't want to have to referee, and I don't want to clean up blood off my sidewalk. Yeah, and I don't want to make
true. Yeah,
the children clean blood off the sidewalk. I mean, that's just a couch visit later in their life that they're going to have to do that. I'm going to probably have to pay for anyway. So yeah, we're not going to do that.
Setting them up for lifelong trauma with that. So
yeah, cash is king.
Man. So like, what kind of under the table cash does a golf pro get? Like, if I'm turning in my scorecard for like, if I'm like, hey, calculate my my handicap, and I like slide a 20 with my scorecard, is that going to like lower my handicap or?
You know, in our version, it would actually raise your handicap, so it goes, raising it, I guess. So so you lower your score, right? Yeah, I think I've been in the golf business I've been at the golf course that I'm at for 20 years, and I've never been offered cash with a scorecard. So, kind of disappointed. Actually.
I would
really sad about that.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind if I.
But I'll tell you what, as busy as golf has been in COVID. People are offering us like cash to get them on the golf course. Like, hey, we can't find a tee time anywhere. Nice. We really want to play golf.
Wow.
So we say, you know what? For a nice donation to junior golf, because that's a nice way to do that, we might be able to do something. Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
totally. Yeah,
that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
I haven't. I've played 2 or 3 times since COVID, but I haven't played a whole lot and. Yeah. I guess I've missed my chance. You just recently went, didn't you, Michael?
I just went out Sunday morning, and we should have got a discount on that because it was pouring down rain.
Oh,
yeah.
we just fought through it. We were I forgot about
that.
Yeah, and like everyone canceled their tee time. Like we paid premium for an early tee time.
Oh,
and
right.
Like no one else went out, and we went. We're like, should we really still pay that? I don't know. What I mean, should we have got a discount? Should we have asked? Or is that just rude?
It's one of the, here. No. Here's our motto: if you're dumb enough to go, we're smart enough to take your money.
There you go.
Take that,
enough.
Because we get it. We get it when the guys get all macho about, oh, I'm going to go play when it's cold and it's windy and it's starting to snow. And I'm like, hey, you're dumb enough to try it. I am smart enough to take your money for it.
I've done that a couple of times where I've paid for like 18 and then I get through with 9 and I'm like, screw this. Like it's 26 degrees out here. Hitting the ball is like hitting like it's like a rock.
Yeah.
It's
playing in 26-degree weather.
Yeah.
Well,
it was the temperature and if the temperature and the wind speed are up and when they equal more than like a certain number, I don't play. And now that I don't have to play unless I want to, if the wind is more than, I have really strict guidelines. Like I'm not going out most of the time unless the conditions are well above my age for temperature and, less than half of my age for wind speed. So it has to be, so it has to be, I'm 42, so it has to be at least 45 or more. And it has to be less than 20 miles an hour of wind, or don't even talk to me. I will sit in my office. There'll be a better day.
Well, you're missing out because once the ground's frozen, you hit a drive and it's getting that extra bounces. It's like basically the fairways. It's basically the cart path. You're bouncing all the way to the green, basically.
Yep. Yeah, totally agree.
So that's the only time I play golf.
So we're getting under 30 time right now.
Yeah. I'm about to be hitting the links daily.
Oh man, get your 400-yard drives.
Ice skating on the greens, but
the question is, do you know where it's going?
No,
to the right.
Well, you gotta get 400 yards. It's always going to the right.
Oh, okay, all right.
400
we
yards.
We can fix that. Not today, but we can fix that.
All right, perfect. Now let's take an hour break. Let's work on my swing. I'll get my clubs.
Yes.
We'll do a Zoom.
Yes.
You know what I like to do with my clubs, Brad?
Yes.
It's time to prod Todd.
Yeah, it's time to prod Todd.
Prod Todd with a 7-iron. Got it.
Oh, you want the 7? All right.
I was going to go with the gap wedge.
Ooh.
What?
Which end?
Gonna wedge
Which end? That's the question. Which end?
All right. So this is a series of random questions. The first one. Wow, this is deep. If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question would you ask?
Wow,
You got the truth now. I mean,
I forgot I put this one in here. This
is heavy for Prod Todd.
I know. We're setting it out, setting the tone really weird.
Can I think about which end of that gap wedge to get prodded with again? Can I?
You gotta lube him up a little bit before we ask him this.
Yes. If I knew. Ooh, how about do we in 50 years?
Okay.
Are our parks and our wildlife and our open space still something that people can enjoy?
Ooh, that's a good one. That kind of ties in with the old global warming and all the other terrible climate situations that we're encountering.
I tried to stay right on the edge of that one. I didn't want to fall into volcano, but I thought,
you're walking around playing the tip with it. Well, I mean, this question itself kind of, I guess, it's teetering on basically on the conspiracy or future kind of answer.
Sure.
Like, Michael, is there a conspiracy that you would love to know the absolute truth about?
Ooh, yeah.
Man,
keeping it within the political guidelines and
which is I think aren't all of them like politically motivated.
Mine is 100% aliens or Area 51. What's an Area 51? Yeah,
that's true.
Like if I could ask, what is an Area 51, and they're like, oh, it's just some cloned goats or something. I'm like, dang it.
Sure. I don't really want to know that Jimmy Hoffa is in Jimmy Hoffa's tomb. I don't want to know that, right?
Yeah.
So
like, great. I wasted this. Yeah.
What does that do?
Is he buried under Yankee Stadium? That's a different question. Yeah.
If you could determine the answer to be something that you would not guess, I think it would be nice. Like, I would hate to throw the softball out there and just get the softball answer back, or like something I've like toiled over for life, and it's like, what you were thinking is correct. Dang it!
Is the planet still here in 50 years? That's another one I could ask.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, it's like the whole like question where it's like if you can go 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future, which one would you go, or which one would you like choose?
Yeah.
And what if you choose the 100 years and there's nothing there? Like there's no like the planet's gone. Like that would be so.
You just step out into space, like you just walk out of this door right into space.
You just shoot off into
that was the wrong 100 years.
Right. So you're like it's a gamble. You can go back to 1920 and what was that? Right after the Great Depression or right before?
Yeah,
when was the Great Depression?
Right before. 28, 29, somewhere in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I buy so many stocks and then sell them right in like 1928.
Oh, man, right? Yeah.
Right at the peak.
You know what? I'm choosing 100 years back.
Now, could you go back that far? And that would be interesting.
And see, like knowing what I know now, like if I left right now, I would be in terrible shape because I know nothing about the stocks and what stocks were popular in 1920.
Right.
I would just show up and have the same knowledge that everyone else.
I'm trying to get some Tesla stock.
Wait, what?
Exactly. Yeah.
What's Elon Musk doing right now? What's going on with SpaceX? Exactly. They're like, what?
Mm-hmm. Starbucks? Can I get in on Starbucks right now? Please, that'd be great.
Bezos is just
get early on that Amazon.
All right, well,
you just invent Amazon on your own at that point.
Well, that's true. Yeah. You can set up some of that stuff on your own.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, that was kind of a heavy. That was a heavy way to open.
That's a good one.
Let's ask him
So
let's get lighter here.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can get heavy. I'll just get heavier. It's okay. Don't worry.
just get hammered.
There's not that much in there. It only holds like 3 ounces, so it can't even possibly be a problem.
Ah, that's good. So responsible.
That's good.
So create a holiday. What would it be? What would it be called? And when would it be? These are difficult.
These are difficult.
Who set this up? Who did this?
I work in the golf industry, so I work every freaking holiday. So I'd have to work it no matter what I set up.
Well,
right?
Well, you can make no golf pro working day.
Right. Yes. Golf pros.
It's a very niche holiday, but
golf pros play golf day, where we tell all of our patrons to get your butt at the counter, and you serve us while we go out and play golf. Golf pros play golf day. Ooh. National Golf Pro play golf day.
Yeah. The wind speed and the temperature is always the same.
Exactly, right.
Every
so
year.
I guess it would have to it would have to depend on where you were in the United States, or which day you'd want it, because September's a beautiful time to play golf in Colorado. September may not be the best time to play in other places. So I'd play Augusta in April, and then I'd play I'd rotate that through the Sun Belt all the way to September, where we got to play it in the West here, in the Mountain West here in September. Once a month.
365 days a year is this holiday.
That's it. Yeah, right. I just want to retire and play golf. That's what that golf is, right?
Sounds pretty sweet.
I like
that's a nice holiday.
Yeah.
Wow.
It does nothing for anyone that's not a golf pro, but hey, you got to be selfish sometimes.
Once in a while.
You gotta.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
Man.
No, you dedicate your holidays to the Joe Schmoes out there trying to shoot 115 on the link. So you can go out there and shoot your 2 unders.
Break 100 and lie about it the whole time. I know.
Using the old foot wedge and the pocket ball
and the eraser. Balls. The most important part of the scorecard is the eraser.
I tried the old getting out of the bunker with you got the ball in this hand.
Oh yeah,
and you just hit it with that, and you toss it, or no, you hit it with this, and you toss it up behind it. Yeah. People see the sand going, then your ball.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
I fooled one of the guys. 2 of the guys were like, I saw your follow through on the hand. I was like, whoops.
No. You haven't practiced enough. Clearly, you need some more practice.
Yeah, it was the first time I tried it, so I was thrilled to fool one. But I was
Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed is somewhere, and he's very angry that you haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
The PGA
Like, I'll
guy
either
does a little something with his lies here and there.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll either hit it like way back behind the sand, so it like never even like hits the ball, or I'll hit the ball so clean that I just shoot it. Just launch that thing.
Well,
like, whoops.
What you brought up kind of reminds me. I played. I was on the golf team in high school, and
wow.
I used to be really good. I used to be really good. But yeah, like we were in a tournament, and so we had like 4 different schools, and it was one person from each school. So we were all on one of the holes, and somebody was in the bunker, but we were all on the green. And this one guy, the guy in there was trying to do what you were doing, and he just kind of tossed the ball up there. Oh. And one of the other guys saw him from the other school, and I called him out on it. Ooh. And like they ended up like arguing. They got in like almost a fist fight. They were pushing each other down. He pushed the one guy into the sand and was like kicking sand all over him, like in his face and stuff. And,
what in the world?
Yeah, like the beer lady that drives by. She drove by and like she kind of broke it up. Well, yes, we were just getting hammered. We're doing shots of Jack. But it was intense, and they threw them off the course, and their team. Yeah, but it was pretty intense to watch, especially with them kicking sand literally in the guy's face.
No kidding. Yeah.
His scratch in his cornea.
Yeah, scratch in his cornea.
Yeah. Hey, better than an Oreo story, but whatever. Well, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oreos are delicious though. So
I don't know. Like, you were just eating a delicious treat versus cheating.
Cheating.
Yeah. Injured by dessert. I don't know about that.
Yeah. All right. This is not a dessert, but I could eat it like dessert. Chicken wings, drums or flats.
What's a flat? Is that a boneless wing? Is that what that means?
Oh man,
it's
how
like
do you describe this.
It's like this.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's not.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I got you. All right. I mean, out here in Colorado, we don't quite have that lingo on the flats, or maybe I'm not privy to them. So, wings to me is a basket of wings, and it's all the couple of different pieces, but. Flats for me. Totally flats for me.
The flats.
Oh.
Yep.
These.
Yep.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Those ones. Yeah.
Yeah, those. Yeah, I'm a drum guy. Yeah. I don't. There's too much bone involved in the flats.
But it's moister. Oh, moister.
But like,
I don't know. It's flavor.
Words.
I'm not a big. Well, yeah, I guess because like the ends, like the edges of the drumsticks are like very cartilagey.
Yeah.
Like you get to the end, it's like, I'm like, what is this?
You pull on that, and then the sauce like snaps back at you, and then you got cornea issues again. Like, you get
there's so many
there's real danger in eating. We've established today.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but
blind.
Protection. Yeah. Wear eye protection.
That's
it.
Yes.
Wear protection. Wear protection.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Protection.
That's important.
Sponsored by Trojan.
Yes.
This one comes in from a member of the Todd Squad at Keys Matt. How many winks are in a wank?
What the hell?
It's a age old question. How many winks are
in a wank?
Yeah.
Is this like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
I think the ending result is probably the same.
Probably the same. Well, then I'll go with the wise old owl because he said 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he crunched through it. So it's 3.
Yeah.
3 winks and a wank.
Jerk.
3 winks and a wank.
The owl.
Yeah.
So pompous.
He would never answer the question legitimately. Like these kids were so inquisitive about it, and he's just like, he's like, I'm too lazy to go all the way to it. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna crunch at 3.
Yeah. He absolutely cheated at 3. I agree.
Yeah, he was just a jerk. And then like the kids would come back a week later and ask him the same question and give him a lollipop, and he would just eat it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good little racket if you can get it. Kids are bringing you lollipops.
Like he's just getting. Right, he's a genius. Yeah. He's also wearing that like that graduation cap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's obviously very smart.
He's a
scholar.
Obviously
doing that.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Just because you have one doesn't mean you have to be one.
You're so angry.
I remember growing up and seeing this commercial and being so pissed that he would never fully answer this question. And
where is your couch?
That coming
you need
up
to
at
sit, and we need to work on this a little bit. You need to lay down. We need to work on this for a little bit.
Yeah, there's some deep-rooted problems with this.
Show us on the doll where the owl touched you.
Is it the owl, or is it is it the respect to the scholarly authority?
Ooh. Well, I think it's this. He has this facade that he's just wise and truthful, but he just takes the easy way out and does not earn. I think he stole that hat from somebody. He never graduated from anything.
He's a fraud.
He's a fraud. He's a piece of crap.
He was the dude that showed up with cash to the offer up.
Yeah,
and he got the hat first. Yeah. So money talks.
He's and now look at him just making a career ripping off kids and
exactly getting lollipops.
He retired off that.
Yeah.
I hope he's listening. Screw you, Mr. Owl.
Mr. Owl.
Oh, so 3 winks and a wank. Good to know.
3 winks and a wank.
So here's a would you rather. Would you rather sing a karaoke song that you've never heard of, or have your card declined for a large grocery purchase? Very relatable things.
Yeah, I think we've all been there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And I think that
I might have done both already. As a matter of fact, so which did I enjoy less? I would probably given the fact that I have to have groceries in a family that I cook 3 meals at night because neither of my kids want to eat the same thing, and then my wife want to eat something different also. I probably would rather sing the song because I can probably fake my way through that. I'm going to need those groceries to get home because otherwise somebody's going to eat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very rational answer, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you have like a cheat sheet when you're doing the karaoke. Like you can listen to music and guess what the melody is.
Yep.
But with those groceries, you're just like, oh, that's
make
my
it group participation. Some overindulged person that is undoubtedly their favorite song. Right. Yeah. So you're gonna do audience participation, like hang the mic out there so people can, yell and scream there. Yeah. Just kind of let the crowd kind of roar through it. You'll be fine.
Mm. Yeah. Have you ever done that and not gotten a response from the crowd? Because I have, and it hurts. It hurts real bad.
Really? Yeah.
If you're into it, if you're feeling it, and you're like, okay, I think the audience knows this song, and they'll kind of they'll join in, right. And you like, oh, it's the chorus, it's the part that everyone knows. Right. You hold the mic out, no one sings, and it's just like,
oh,
yeah.
Oh,
it hurts, man.
That's why you gotta do like "Living on a Prayer" or something that like everyone is gonna be belting no matter what.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess that would be
I was doing deep cuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Only three people know this song.
Yeah, and you're one of them, and the other 2 are not in the room. Right. So there we are. Mm-hmm.
It's the members of the band,
the artists.
Right. Yeah.
So only me and Matchbox 20 know this deep cut.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's the rational answer.
Know your audience. That's important. If you're picking the song, you got to know your audience.
Yeah, I was in like a backwoods country bar in Tennessee, singing. It was a poppier song, I think, and it did not land well with them. They wanted Hank Williams Jr.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Give him
a little Monday Night Football. You would have been fine, but otherwise.
Yeah. I was over singing T Swift and trying to just get have a good time with it, but another. Excuse me, you're wearing a belt?
No, what? I was going to say you're belting "We Are Never Getting Back Together" by T Swift.
Oh yes, the people did not enjoy it.
I can't imagine.
So back to back, would you rather's here? The old twofer. Would you rather get a Gatorade shower every time you do something right, or have a large crowd boo you and throw tomatoes at you every time you do something wrong?
Gatorade shower for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
What flavor Gatorade?
let's see. We'll go cool blue.
Oh. So with that being the result of you doing stuff correct, how often would you do correct things in the winter if you're outside?
Yeah.
Because that's gonna
as you know,
gonna be
as
cold.
kind of the top of the heap at the golf course. Most people don't think I do my job very well, so probably not very often. It's fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah.
as long as you don't do anything correctly, you don't get any of the you get neither of these consequences.
I mean, you can't get in your car correctly either. Like if you sit down the right way, you got to do something ridiculous.
Just these people,
I've hit my head more times than I can count, like getting into a golf cart or maybe getting out of my car. So, I mean, I feel like my chances are okay that I might screw that up.
So now you're just going to be concussed.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Solid trade-off.
Yeah, totally.
Why not?
Yeah.
Or like you get in your car and you get in the car correctly and close the door and go to adjust the mirrors and you look in like the rear view and you just see like this crowd of people with like the Gatorade jugs just coming after you.
And then I'll run them over, so that means I won't have backed up correctly. So they won't have
Just
sorry.
So
sorry,
this is
gang.
now
that was
resulted
a really
in
bad backup move.
This has now resulted in group murder.
Yeah. No, it may mean I don't do murder. I mean, I wouldn't go back and forth. I might just yeah.
Right.
some more scratched corneas might happen, but I mean, really, they're going to be okay eventually.
Yeah, just spinning tires on them. Just all right. I don't know how that was a weird.
Got tragic.
So
I would have taken the
showers. You would have? Why?
I would have taken the tomatoes because I'd be like, I would start my own like tomato sauce business. So like anytime I was getting low on like my raw materials, I have to do something wrong. I got to deal with the booing. It's gonna affect my morale and all that kind of stuff. But you're gonna have a bunch of tomatoes. I mean, like a crowd full of tomatoes. So,
but it's gonna be the booze and stuff are going to reflect your feelings, and that the way you feel is going to go into your salsa and your tomato sauce. And it's going to come out just.
But here's the thing:
bland.
if I mess up on the salsa, I did something wrong, and they throw me more tomatoes, and I just get to keep making the salsa.
So you're gonna walk around with a trash bag around you. Otherwise, you're just picking up dirty tomatoes off the ground,
right?
And throwing them.
I'll rinse them off. I'll rinse them off. I got a sink in this fantasy world.
Are they rotten tomatoes? I don't think you can rinse off a rotten tomato. I'm not sure that's
right. Or like one that like smashes.
Yeah.
Because if you like wash that one, it just gets filled with water. It's like a water balloon.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. Tomato paste.
And if it hits your eye, they're a little acidic. What do we got? Cornea problems.
Oh no.
We got another
We're back to cornea problems.
I think we're really relaying to the people how much you need to shield your corneas.
Yeah,
how dangerous not walking around without proper eyewear is. Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna scratch my eye on this microphone now.
It's gonna be terrible.
It's giving me anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else
gives me anxiety?
Oh, here we go. Nice segue, boys. Nice job.
Yeah, look at it. Stealing my lines. Oh man, but I don't understand it. Maybe you can explain it to me. How do mermaids give birth?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Little Mermaid.
I think mermaids are like seahorses. They make the guys do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Where does it come out of? Do they have like this little mermaid pouch hole?
Disney's not gonna get the anatomically correct part of a mermaid. So clearly,
this isn't Disney. These are the real life mermaids.
Well, I know, but what is your concept of a mermaid? It's a full tail without. I mean, fish have a butt too, but you don't really see it in. You don't look for that.
I don't think did the babies come out of the butt?
Well, I'm just saying there are other parts within the tail structure that are omitted.
This makes sense. Well, so
they come out of the cornea, and they
right out of the eye.
That's horrifying.
Right.
Goodness. Well, I guess I kind of.
Well, okay, so we'll go down the road a little further. How does a mermaid get pregnant?
Oh,
Um,
how do the storks?
Yeah, storks.
Yeah, the storks get them pregnant.
Yes. My kids watch
Mermaid plus
Tots, so that's how I prefer that they deliver kids. But Tots, the storks just deliver the kids. That's it.
That's how they. Yeah. That's the truth.
They
that's
just order them. They order them on Amazon or offer up.
Prime.
Offer up.
Amazon Prime.
Cash,
offer up.
Right. Yep. Offer up. Pay cash.
Two people show up for the same kid.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh no.
Yep.
And you're like, wait, this is going to be a teenager at some point. You really don't want it. Oh, you're right. Then goes the low bidder. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. As long as you get a receipt, you could return it back, I guess.
For sure. Yep.
Show up in like 28 years, be like, hey, here you go.
I do that at Costco all the time. When we have stuff in our basket, I'm like, okay, we have this we're going to purchase, but the 4-year-old we're returning. So he doesn't have a UPC label, but we want to return this. Right. Thanks. Mm-hmm.
Beep.
Yep.
I used to work at a grocery store. Yep. Someone asked me to try to ring up their kid once, just to and I was like, no, I'm not grabbing your kid and making a beeping noise.
Right. No, he's priceless. You can't ring him up. He's priceless.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did not say. I don't know if I was just an awkward, skinny kid. It was like, nope.
No, thank you.
Have you guys seen the Instagram of the cats? It's a cat. It's the top of a cat, and the bottom is somebody like doing groceries. And it's this cat that is completely nonplussed about anything. And it says every grocery store cashier. And then in the next pane, there's a cat and they're winging things by the cat. And he's like watching it fly by. And there's a couple things that go by and he's like scared of them. He jumps. But it's pretty dang funny. Pretty dang funny. I'm a big cat fan. I like the kitty cats.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes, I'm a cat dad. I think you saw that on there somewhere. Probably.
Yeah, I did. I did see that.
Yeah. Black cats rule.
Yeah. If you asked me what my favorite animal is, cat would be my wrong answer. So,
that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna lead us right.
There are wrong
this.
people in the world. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
And we want you to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. We want you to be wrong right now.
Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only. So. It's okay to be wrong, Todd. You said it yourself. But who said this famous quote? Who said this famous quote? Wrong answers only, remember now.
Okay.
A penny saved is a penny earned. Who said that?
It's got to be probably a stump speech in the last couple of weeks. So likely maybe Pete Buttigieg. But no, it was probably Donald Trump. Probably Donald Trump.
It's another Trumpism.
Financial man.
Yeah.
Casino burned. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's a different one.
Is it to another Trump quote? So what are the names of the Ninja Turtles?
There's one I always get wrong. But they're all and we want correct answers. Correct answers, right? Okay. So we've got Raphael, Donatello. We've got Van Gogh, of course. Van Gogh.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. The earless one.
The earless one. Because you'd be able to identify him from the other earless ones, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, you're Van Gogh.
Yeah, Van Gogh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And of course, you've got Annie Leibovitz. That's the fourth.
What?
Oh, yeah. He was one of the best ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I grew up, I had a Van Gogh action figure, and it used to do like a bunch of weird like things. It came with a katana and a gun. I don't know if that was Van Gogh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And the katana was what he used to send body parts to his girlfriend, right? Isn't that what that worked out to be?
Yeah, he was a weird turtle.
Weird dude.
Yeah, weird dude. What is he doing these days? What did he end up doing? Is he still?
Are we still working? Are we still working on good answers here? I'm sure. I think he probably got type 2 diabetes from pizza.
From pizza.
So he probably owns a Jenny Craig franchise in like Biloxi.
He's selling Herbalife. Just
Right, Herbalife.
Actually, yeah,
he's in a pyramid scheme. Regardless, he is in a pyramid scheme.
That sounds about right.
Classic Van Gogh.
Classic.
Yep.
Ooh, finish this jingle for me, would you? Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that.
Oreo cookie.
Wait, what is
into
it?
my eye.
Kit Kat bar.
Into my eye.
Goodness, I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
What about you, Michael? Do you have one? Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that.
You can't say that one.
Yeah.
You can't say whatever your first
can't.
thought was. I can see it.
Well, I know what it was, but I'm ripping it from a TV show. My first one is break me off a piece of that football cream.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Chrysler car.
Chrysler car. It was a joke from The Office. Break me off a piece of that
applesauce.
A piece, yeah.
Rip me off a small piece of
slab. Rip me off a slab of that applesauce.
Rip me off a piece of that self-help book. God, that's bad.
Which chapter? Oh wait, no, that's a different. That's again. Yeah. We can't have you on the couch at the same time. I can't work.
Yeah.
one at a time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, Brad. Break me off a piece of that. What? Your turn.
Oh,
yeah.
Arnold Palmer.
Why are you going with the liquids? It's just
it's also a person. Or the guy.
Like his left toe?
Right? Yeah, just a piece of him. Not like, I don't want the whole thing.
No.
Yep. Yeah, well, the reason Arnold Palmer popped in my head is because of our next question, which is, what does the acronym PGA stand for?
Let's see. Posture, grip, and alignment.
Whoa.
Professional Gambling Association, which is pretty close,
thought about
let's
this.
be honest.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It truly is. I don't gamble on my own golf game, but
yeah, I would never do that. You're terrible.
Would never. I got dead last, and I was throwing balls with my hands.
Typical Michael.
Day in the life.
a lot of handball action.
Yeah. What's PGA mean to you, Brad?
Palm grasping ass.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I dropped an A word. I don't know why. Yeah. It just came out, and that's.
I was gonna do the same.
What it is.
I was gonna say pretty good ass.
Just pretty good.
It's a PGA.
I think that one could. Yeah, subpar.
That could catch on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think PGA pretty. That's a PGA. I think that could.
That's a PGA.
You've done good work.
Well, I'm not standing up, but I mean, we can judge that.
Oh, we know. We've seen.
We can tell.
Yeah.
By the way,
you just put off that. You put off that pretty good A vibe. You got that PGA vibe.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Well, it does say what does it say? PGA Pro on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Pretty good ass pro. It's like the iPhone model.
On the Pro.
The upgraded version. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's the Pro version.
Right.
Well, that's odd.
That is
my wife should be very flattered by that, I guess. Since I'm pro, right? There you go. Okay.
She's lucky.
Mm-hmm. No, she's not. She doesn't see that, I think, is what it is, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Does she have Oreo cookie in her eye?
No, she just doesn't see well. I mean, if you married this on purpose, like, really? You probably just don't see well. I think that's what happened.
Speaking of, I can't even transition this.
Speaking of PGA, speaking
of
having
not
a PGA,
seeing well.
That's odd, Todd.
That transition was odd.
That's odd.
Oh wait, why is it playing again? What is it doing?
That transition was odd. Please don't let it happen again. I can't handle it. The first time we've had that. The old.
I don't even know if I want to edit that out. That was funny.
Yeah, I think just leave it. Double up. Yeah.
Right.
So It's 2 truths and 1 lie time.
Okay.
So we're gonna hand it off to you.
2 truths and 1 lie. I wrote these down because I wasn't sure how good I would be good at delivering these. So
Perfect.
let's see here. 2 truths and 1 lie in no particular order.
Yes. No.
I was named after the actor Todd Bridges from Different Strokes because my name is Todd Bridges Laxson.
Okay.
I have fake front teeth.
He keeps his mouth closed. Darn
Fake.
you.
Got the fake front teeth. Okay.
And as a golf pro, I've never had a hole in one.
Okay, so you are. Let's repeat these. Todd Bridges is what you're named after, who you're named after, or
What
whom,
you're
I
named
don't
after.
really know.
Hume.
So different strokes. Fake front teeth, and never had a hole in one. Man, a hole in one's hard, man. I feel like people can go their lifetime without getting it.
I saw a guy get one once, and it was probably the highlight of my golf career, and I never got one. I just saw a guy do
his
it.
hole in one, right? Yeah.
That's your highlight.
Yeah, it was his.
Oh man, I can believe the Todd Bridges, maybe.
I don't know his teeth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that smile. There it is.
It's too perfect. It can't be
got
real.
that smile.
Right.
Yeah, that smile is pretty good, just like that ass.
It was all, jeez.
Well, PGA. It's got a PGA. I think you're trying to. I think you're being humble about the hole in one. I think you've gotten a hole in one. I don't think your front teeth are fake.
So you don't think it's the front teeth? You know what? I'm gonna go with the Todd Bridges. I'm gonna go with that's the lie. I'm gonna go with that. So all right, I don't think it's
Jeff
Todd
Bridges.
Yeah, and then Brad doesn't think the front teeth is true. So enlighten us, Todd.
Oh God, I wish I had a hole in one. I do not have a hole in one, so
we
that
both
is
lost.
true.
Okay.
That is true.
No, that's true. He never.
That is true.
Truth.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is true.
we're still alive.
I broke my teeth in 4th grade. My front teeth are fake.
Dang it!
Yep.
What's good?
Yep. I was not named after Todd Bridges.
I know. That's I got this instinct, and I always win, Todd.
Yeah, you do. I should just.
Okay.
Yeah, I lose. I suck. If this segment
Loser.
Who's there?
I deserve to
Brad.
be booed and have tomatoes thrown at me every time this segment occurs.
Oh, I'll
Yep,
post-produce some
exactly.
booze on there for you.
Get some Gatorade. Get some blue Gatorade.
Yeah, for old chode
me.
stick over there.
Excuse me?
There we are. Yeah. And now
sorry.
the truth comes out about the coworkers. Here we go.
Yeah, we got a sore loser over here.
I'm not sore.
Man. He's just a loser.
I don't know. I don't feel sore, but I am a loser. I don't know. You got me good.
Yeah, so you broke the teeth and never had the hole in one, which I mean,
Oh for
I hope you
I
can.
would say I'm like oh for like 35 years, and everybody that comes in, we have a par 3 course at our golf course, and people come in like, oh, I had a hole in one, and I'm like, you probably rattled it off the tee about head high. It bounced off of 3 things and went in, and you get a hole in one. I have hit. I've flown it in the cup and it's jumped out. I've done everything but the stupid golf ball laying in the stupid golf hole.
Yep.
To get a hole in one. Yeah.
Go to your home.
Go to your home.
No. Well, I prevail victorious. So sorry once again about your loss, Brad. And
your face is stupid.
My face is stupid. On to the next segment.
In Todd, we trust.
Todd, I got this trust for you. Because
I don't trust him.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
It's this Todd and Mr. Owl on the same page right now. I've added you to my list of people not to trust. Mr. Owl and Todd.
You keep a running tab.
Well, thank goodness it's just Todd because that could be any of us.
Todd Laxson.
Yes.
Oh,
Todd not Todd Bridges. Laxson.
Todd Bridges, not Todd Bridges. He is Todd Bridges. I mean, that is my real name. Yeah. I just wasn't named after the actor.
Oh,
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
Well, my dad's middle name is Bridges. My oldest son's name is Bridges. It's a family name. Huh. It just so happens that the guy that's now turned his life around for a long time, they're like, "Oh, you named after the drug addict from different strokes?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, that's what I am."
Yes.
Yep. Todd Bridges, that's me. Yep, you got it. That's what my parents decided. They wanted that to ring around my neck for sure.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh. Well,
yeah. So I guess I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself with some solid trust here for the wise listeners we have.
Yeah, give them one piece of advice. What you got?
Break them off a piece. Break them off a piece of that advice.
So I thought about this a lot for a little bit of time, and the thing that I talk about in all of kind of the areas that I am, I try to be the person I say that I am every single day.
Nice.
So I'm a head coach for a Division II women's golf program. I'm a mentor and a leader at a golf course that brings golfers out and really I deal with staff, I deal with patrons, I deal with all of that. My family all at the same time. I really try to be the person I believe in my heart that I am every single day.
Dang. So be true to yourself.
Be who you think, be who you say you are. If we're going to write down the things that you are, these are not idealistic. These are not things that you think you should be, but the things that you are, be that every day to everybody you meet.
Nice.
I like that. Be genuinely you.
Yeah. Yeah. Be
genuine.
Genuine. Because there's not a lot of that out there.
No.
Yeah, there's not.
No. We're all trying to.
I think.
Oh. I forgot my train of thought now. That was so cringy.
You did a good job.
This is what I do. Yeah. I'm genuinely being myself right now, and it's working out well.
And I genuinely need a sip of this, so there we are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm making Todd have to drink.
You've driven.
Yes.
You took his advice and you've drove him to drink.
Right.
He not everyone should be.
It was his advice.
No, I think that is actually it's good advice, and it's genuine advice that everyone should at least look into and think about who are you and how do you portray yourself? What are you?
Yeah.
And are you actually exhibiting that? Are you not? Like you can make changes to be how you actually are and not put on a different front that you may be doing something differently or things like that. So being genuinely yourself is, you know what? You've restored my trust in you. You are no longer
all right
next to Mr. Owl. That guy.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Yeah. You never want to be associated with him. Screw that guy.
No.
No, I'm with my athletes. Like, I have to be kind of a dad figure, and I have to also be a golf pro that has to criticize what they do and really modify and really work on their goals. With my kids, I have to be somebody that doesn't know how to be a great parent all the time, and that's okay. Like that's okay. And as a leader, my job is to be accessible and supportive of my staff and make sure that they know. They know that they have me to bounce ideas off of, and they have me to allow them to try things and be okay to fail and be okay to look at those things and go, you know what, we could have done this differently. We'll do it differently next time, but we have to have that space. We have to avail ourselves to not trying. Perfection is not the goal, right? I mean, it's trying to use all of your experiences to move forward. And if I'm gonna pompously think that I'm right and think that that's not leadership, that's not mentorship. It's like, hey, you know what? I've seen a lot of things, but I haven't seen everything yet. So So people can offer that, and I'm open to being a student forever.
Nice.
It sounds like everyone that depends on you has a great resource at their disposal. So that's good.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's very.
I think
this is water.
I
I
speak
promise.
for.
It's okay.
I think we speak for all of them when we say
It's time to give a nod to Todd.
All right. Yeah. No, that was a good time. We appreciate you taking the time out. You may have not known what to expect, but now you've completed it, and hopefully it is everything you dreamed it would have been.
That was a blast. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out. And do you have any sort of websites or anything that you want to drop, or just do you have anything that you want to promote?
I do, because I do run the kind of the NCAA line as well. I have a Coach Lax PGA Instagram that I have.
Okay.
And then we have our girls. My girls pro. I'm the head coach at UCCS, which is University of Colorado Springs. So we're one of the campuses for University of Colorado. So I run a page for them. So I'm not trying to shell these things out and separate them, but I feel like, life has to be a little separated that way. So, and with my Coach Laxson, my Coach Lax PGA, like that's with junior golfers and that's with a lot of people. So I don't feel like that really crosses with the bourbon stuff and a little bit of cussing and things like that. So I really try to separate those things. Right. So, and that's really particularly why I'm not on Facebook. Like all of the nightmares of Facebook, like Instagram is so much, it's so much more visually and so much more stimulating for golf, really. It feels like a good space to live in for sure.
Nice.
So nothing to plug for sure. Sports is great. Coach Lax PGA, if somebody is interested in finding out about a golf pro in Colorado Springs, if they're so inclined. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Well, so everyone out there, go ahead and give Todd a follow at the Sports Dork on Instagram, and go ahead and give us a follow if you already are not following us. That's at the Toddcast Pod. Go ahead and subscribe to the Toddcast wherever you find podcasts, and drop a just a sweet little review for us, and a 5-star rating if you're ever so kind. Yeah. And I've heard if you drop a 5-star rating, you actually have a PGA. Like, like if you don't, then you're not qualified. You do not have a PGA.
We're giving those out like candy, I guess, nowadays. All right.
So everyone out there, go ahead and check it out. And I guess with that being said,
I'm Michael.
I'm Brad.
And he's Todd.
He's Todd.
He's Todd.
Love it. Thanks, guys.